In a Hermes workshop in Paris, it takes 2 years to train a craftsman just to hold the needle correctly. 2 years for holding a needle. Welcome back to the Luxury Code. I'm Corrado Manenti, and today we're going behind the velvet curtain to meet the true guardians of luxury, the artisans. In our age of artificial intelligence and 3D printing, why does a hand-stitched bag cost 100 times more than a machine-made one? The answer will change how you see every luxury object forever. Let me tell you about Pierre. He's a master glove maker at Cos-Gantier in France. For 47 years, he's been making gloves, the same type of gloves. Every morning, he arrives at 7 a.m., sits at the same bench his mentor used before him, and begins. It takes him 3 hours to make a single pair. A machine could do it in 3 minutes. Is Pierre inefficient? Or is he doing something machines can never do? When Pierre cuts leather, he reads it like a map. Every hide tells a story. Where the animal grazed, what season it lived through, how it moved. He knows exactly where to place each fingerpiece to work with the leather's natural stretch, not against it. No algorithm can do this. This is human intuition built over decades. The 4 dimensions of artisanal luxury. First, the 10,000-hour mastery. Malcolm Gladwell popularized the 10,000-hour rule, but luxury artisans laugh at this. They need 10,000 hours just to be considered beginners. A master watchmaker at Patek Philippe trains for a minimum of 10 years before they're allowed to work on a perpetual calendar. That's 20,000 hours just to earn the right to attempt excellence. Why does this matter to you? Because when you wear that watch, you're wearing 2 decades of human dedication. You're literally wearing time. Second, the perfect imperfection paradox. Here's something that will blow your mind. Researchers at Yale found that our brains are hardwired to find handmade imperfections more beautiful than machine precision. It's called the handmade effect. When a Chanel seamstress makes 11 stitches per centimeter, they're never exactly identical. These micro-variations create a visual rhythm that our brain interprets as alive. Machine stitching, perfectly uniform, registers as dead to our subconscious. We are biologically programmed to value the human touch. Third, the transfer of soul. Ancient Japanese philosophy believes that when a craftsman makes something with dedication, part of their spirit transfers to the object. Science is starting to prove this isn't just poetry. MIT researchers found that people consistently rate handmade objects as containing more warmth and soul than identical machine-made versions. Brain scans show that when we touch handmade objects, our mirror neurons fire differently. We literally feel the maker's intention through the object. When you hold a hand-blown Murano glass, you're holding the breath of the artist. That's not metaphor, that's physics. The glass contains the actual breath that shaped it. Fourth, the keepers of secrets. These artisans guard techniques passed down through generations like sacred texts. The recipe for Hermes orange, the formula for Chanel No. 5, the specific tension used in Brunello Cucinelli's cashmere weaving. Some of these secrets have never been written down. They exist only in the hands and minds of perhaps a dozen people on Earth. When Salvatore Ferragamo's last apprentice from the 1950s died in 2019, 7 techniques for creating certain shoe curves died with him. They're gone forever. No YouTube tutorial can bring them back. This scarcity of knowledge makes what remains even more precious. When you buy true artisanal luxury, you're not just buying an object. You're preserving an endangered species of human knowledge. The economics of emotion. Here's the brutal truth. Machines will soon be able to replicate everything artisans do. AI-guided robots can already paint, sculpt, and even compose music. But they're missing something essential. Story. When you buy a Bottega Veneta bag, you're not paying for efficiency. You're paying for Isabella, who's woven leather for 30 years and signs her initials in a place only she knows. You're paying for the story you'll tell at dinner parties. You're paying for the knowledge that human hands, not machines, created something just for you. This is why luxury artisans aren't just workers. They're performance artists, philosophers, and time travelers, carrying ancient knowledge into the future. They're the last link to a pre-industrial world where time moved differently, where making something beautiful was worth a lifetime of dedication. Next time you see handmade on a luxury product, remember, you're not looking at a manufacturing process. You're looking at a rebellion against our disposable culture. You're looking at humans insisting that some things are still sacred. If this glimpse behind the curtain moved you, subscribe and share this video. These artisans deserve to have their stories told. Next lesson, we tackle the elephant in the room. Are you wearing luxury for yourself or for everyone else? The answer might surprise you. Until then, remember, excellence has fingerprints.